Panoply.
Hey everybody, I'm Dexter Guff. Welcome to Dexter Guff is Smarter Than You, and You Can Be Too, the self-empowerment podcast where I share with you my proven strategies to help you live an amazing life, exactly like mine, except it's yours. That's my gift to you. I would love to get into the show. I would love to just jump into it right now. I can't do that right now. For a number of reasons. Well, actually one. Sharon. For those of you that have been following along the saga that has now become Sharon and Dexter. Never thought I'd be in a saga named that. Saga. That means something that never finds an ending. Well, I thought it had an ending last week when I received a text from Sharon. Phone lit up like a Christmas tree. I was like, whoa, hold on, whoa. Message from Sharon saying, sorry we couldn't connect this week. Let's try again next week. And then an emoji of a young woman with her hands in the air. I'm like, what? What does that even mean? Anyway, I texted her back right away. I said, I'm calling. Now. I hit that number up. It rang through. That's how my weekend started. That was Friday night at 9:54 p.m. First of all, unusual time to send a message. Let's try again next week. Friday at almost 10 p.m.? No, let's do this now. Anyways, did not have a very good weekend. I guess the highlight of the weekend was actually Sunday night when I gave a keynote at the Thriving in Minneapolis conference. Great conference. A lot of thrivers there. And actually, I guess you could say that that was the inspiration for this week's show. Minneapolis, you're an inspiration. I don't suppose you've heard that before. Gave me the inspiration to do this show about conferences. Very excited to do this. Come on, let's start now. Boom.
Let's do this.
D. This is going to be fun. I dare you to listen. It's time. E. On your mental treadmill, what takes priority? Your goals or your dreams?
Dexter Guff.
X.
Technology, entertainment, design. Throw that out the window. That's old news.
Are you kidding me? Come on now. What was your biggest failure? No. Let me guess. I don't think you're ready.
I'm Dexter Guff, and I'm smarter than you.
All right. I'm feeling better now. I needed that. I needed to hear that. That's great. Tammy, you're in a good mood. Glad to see it. Soak that up, Tammy. Sit in that for a minute. You're in a good mood. Oh, yeah. I see it. There's a light in those eyes. And I think I know why. Because last week, Tammy's delinquent son, Connor, was on the show, and I took that zero and made him a hero. Yeah, I did. And you know what, Tammy? He's a great kid. Just misunderstood. He's a great kid. I don't know how you did that. If you didn't catch the show, download last week's episode, because Connor and I are now business partners. Very excited about our venture. All right. Today, we're talking about conferences. You know, I attend a lot of conferences. I mean, honestly, 90% of my business is just attending those conferences. The cat is out of the bag. Meow, it went. I'm going to talk to you today, not about attending conferences, but about organizing conferences. Organizing your own conference. Being a conference organizer. It's easy. How impressive does that sound? Oh, I organized a conference. Oh, at the top of my CV, it says conference organizer. That's what I want to see on your CV at the end of this episode. And I'm going to tell you just how easy it is to organize your own conference. Our guest today, Heather Hamilton, one of America's most successful conference organizers. She's responsible for Daybreakers. If you've attended that, that's Heather's work. Power Hour Conference, Brainquake 2012 in Portland. That was her. Anyways, we're going to talk to her about how she does it, about why she does it, about what makes a great conference. But before we do that, can I invite you to attend a conference in my mind? That's right. Get your lanyard around your neck, because we're walking into the Thought Palace. It's time for a thought release. People come up to me all the time, and they say a lot of things, but one of the things that I hear a lot is, I got nothing going on. Dex, I need help. I don't have any leads. I'm lost. And I always have the same answer for those people, and that is, start a conference. It's one of the easiest things that you can do that gives you instant legitimacy. When you start a conference, what you're saying is, I'm an expert. This is my thing. Think about that. This is my thing. It doesn't really matter what it is. The theme of the conference, what you're doing at the conference, but just being able to say, yeah, conference organizer. That's what I do. Personal story. Very good friend of mine, Barton Davis. A few years back, he was down and out. Living in Venice Beach, bumming around. Toenails wrapping around down over his flip-flops. Yeah, gross. Barton said, I just can't get it together. I got nothing going on. My wife's gone. My kids hate me. I said, Barton, God. First of all, brush your teeth. But second of all, start a conference. He's like, Dex, I don't even know what I'd start a conference on. I said, it doesn't even matter, Barton. Let's start on handshakes. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. Start a conference on handshakes. You give the keynote. He's like, I don't even know what I'd say. I was like, well, first of all, most keynotes start off the first 10 minutes is just bouncing around up on stage with some music so that people can clap, get jacked up. He's like, okay, I can do that. Then I said, it really doesn't matter what you say. Maybe it's about the power of a good boardroom handshake. When is it time to double clutch? Left hand over right hand. What does it all mean? We just started spitballing. He kind of went with this a little bit. It's like a handshake conference. Wait a second. Handshakes are used in business. Handshakes are used in pleasure. Handshakes are used in and out of the boardroom. Barton ran with this. And now, shaking hands in Miami is in its 7th year as a conference. 2,500 people go. 2,500 people. 2-day conference. Shaking hands. Barton's an expert. The foremost expert on shaking hands. He's flown around the world to consult on how to shake hands. When is the right time to shake that hand? He's just going with it. Anything to do with hands and greetings, that's Barton's world. This is a guy who in 2009 was bumming around Venice Beach. Flip-flops, long toenails, bad breath. So my question to you is, what themes are in your life that you can build a conference around? Choose a word, a theme. Let that be a jumping off point. Any word. Climbers, poppers, popping, pop, popping it off in Philadelphia, pop it off in Philly. I'm popping it off in Philly. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm going. I want to find out. Popping it off in Philly. I'm going to take that. Tammy, write that down. I'm going to pop it off in Philly. I like that. Are you somebody who's interested in gratitude, attitude of gratitude, the attitude of gratitude at your latitude? What is the latitude of your attitude of gratitude? I'd go to that. That's huge. Put it up in the mountains. That gets interesting. The attitude of gratitude is at this latitude. I love it. That's a 3-day conference. I'll keynote that. Here's one for you. Why don't you just jump off social media for 1 week and then throw a conference about how that went? Unpluggers. Unplugging for 7 days. That's a conference. I'd go to that. I'd love to know what that's like. How was that 7 days? Unplugged. That's a conference. Creativity. There's one. There's thousands of conferences on creativity. They're everywhere. It doesn't even matter what it's about. Creativity in the commute. There you go. There's a conference. How many people commute and they want to make it more creative? Well, you just solved that problem. I like that title. I'm going. It doesn't matter what the conference is about. It doesn't matter the theme. It doesn't matter the name. Sometimes it matters the location, seasonal, Hawaii. Always do it there. All that matters is that you organize a conference. Because guess what? When you organize a conference, you're no longer some schlub on the street that doesn't have anything going on, no leads. You're an organizer. In fact, you're a self-proclaimed expert. You're the expert in that field. You're Barton. You're Barton Davis, who now shows the political elite how to shake a hand. And that's my thought release. All right, everybody, it's that part of the show. As you know, we do things a little bit differently on my show, and that is that we have sponsors for our sponsor break. And I got something very special today. If you were listening last week, you know that Connor was on the program. Connor, Tammy's son. And Connor and I started a new business. And so this actually is the first ad for our new business, Energize with the Energy Guys. I love this.
Hi, this is Connor Alvarez, CEO of Energize with the Energy Guys, Southern California's only high school-focused direct-to-market energy drink supplier. Use promo code Dexter Guff on our website and get your first can free.
I love that. Are you serious? That is amazing. Worked on that for about a day and a half to just get that ad down right. But Connor delivered. Finally, we got him there to that point. That was great. Great read, Connor. Great product. Now, let's jump into today's feature interview. Very excited for today's guest. Very close personal friend. Full disclosure, bit of history here. But we're great friends, and I'm a great admirer of Heather Hamilton. And I can tell you this much. If you have been to a conference that you have loved in the United States of America, 9 times out of 10, that's the work of Heather Hamilton, because she is probably America's top conference organizer. And I don't say that lightly. She knows what she's doing. When it's a Heather Hamilton conference, I know I'm in for a good time. And not just because of our personal history, but because Heather throws an incredible conference. Heather Hamilton, welcome to the big show.
How you doing, Dex? Thanks for having me.
Now, Heather, for those people that are listening who have not attended a conference, which, first of all, allow that to blow your mind that it's a possibility. But for those people that, haven't been given the Purple Heart of conferences, which is basically a lanyard, let's tell people a little bit about what we do when we are at a Heather Hamilton conference, because it is a good time.
Absolutely. First and foremost, fun. We have a lot of fun.
I'll tell you what, we do.
Yeah, we do. And you know what else we do? We drink a lot.
It goes hand in hand.
It really does. And you know what? At my conferences, you've been to a bunch, and I don't know why I keep inviting you back. I should stop, but...
Well, listen, you can't keep me away. Not from a Heather Hamilton conference.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We make sure that we have everything stacked. To drinks, to prime parking. We have popcorn stations if you're hungry.
You do the stand and repeat. I love that.
Yeah, I do. It's fun for people.
When I think back, Heather... one of the conferences that I enjoyed the most, and actually one of the times that I enjoyed, well,
oh no,
I'm not going to go there, but one of the, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Tampa.
Okay.
And you did the Consultants Rave conference in Tampa, and it was a rave theme, very cool, lots of fun, lots of the who's who in business consulting. But I brought very little because I knew you were going to have what we needed at that conference.
Absolutely, I did. I remember we had strobe lights, we had glow sticks, we had bowls of candy, we had water stations.
Absolutely. I remember after all the speaking was done on the Sunday night, we all just went into that adjoining conference center, and it was just one big foam party.
One big foam party.
It
was epic.
What a conference.
It was an amazing conference. And you know what? That's what it's all about, having
Absolutely.
fun.
It really is. And nobody does that better than you, Heather. I'm serious. I always know when I'm coming to a Heather Hamilton conference, I'm going to have a good time. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean.
I do. I know what you mean.
For years, it would be like, okay, we're at the same conference. Look out. We're on a tear.
Oh, yeah. Are we talking about this now? What are we talking about exactly here?
Nah, come on. This is everybody, long time. We've had a great business and social relationship for sure. Ever since, I guess it dates back to Milwaukee. Would probably be the first time we were together, right? At the Midwest Synergy Summit.
We were together downstairs and upstairs.
Yeah, that's right. And I think in the elevator too. But regardless of that, it's about having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
It's about setting a tone, because ultimately, who cares what anyone's talking about? You just want to have a cool lanyard you can hang on your doorknob at work.
You know what? That's what it's about, and that's what everybody misses.
I'm reminded this year of a conference that I attended that you organized in Sacramento, crushing it in Sacramento. I love that conference. And in particular, there was a speaker that I had a pretty interesting connection with, Sharon. She was closed night 2, remember?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember Sharon.
And you saw there was something there, wasn't there? I mean, between Sharon and I, because you remember the blinis on the Friday night. There was the toast, right?
Yeah.
And
I
the
do.
blinis.
Uh-huh.
And then Sharon and I remember I did that thing where it's like, oh, you've got something on your shirt, and then I clipped her nose, remember?
Yes, I do, because you did that to somebody else I know.
Yeah, I was doing that in Sacramento. I was having some fun with that. It's an oldie but a goodie. But we had, and you saw it, I just want to get this straight. Sharon and I had, there was something going on there. I mean, that was pretty, with the Bellinis, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then why wouldn't she call?
Call you?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
She didn't call you.
Exactly. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, why didn't she call? I don't call
know.
to sort of just say, hey, I had a nice belief. I mean, really, you want to get into it? I mean,
let's do it. I want to, honestly, I'm going to like kind of open this up a little bit. Let's unpack this a bit here.
Okay, well, I mean, she should have called.
We had a couple back and forths, but we're still trying to set up this dinner. It's not happening. This is 2 weeks now.
Well, so what's going on? I thought you said she didn't contact you. So she did. There's some back and forth. What do you mean? What does that look like?
But the last thing I got was a text that just said, "Sorry, Dex, let's try again next week," and then some emoji of like I don't even know what it means. A woman with her hands up.
Oh, that's like the I don't know, like the What's been that was the last thing she said to you?
That was it. That's all I got. That was Friday, and yeah, so that's now I don't even know counting back. Many hours, a handful of days.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. Okay, I don't know how we got there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel horrible. Where's the next conference you're going to be at?
Oh, I'm going to Dallas, actually, in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, Future Bliss Conference in Dallas.
That's it.
Well, Heather Hamilton, the bliss in my future is looking, well, it's actually, forget it. We had a blissful talk, and I'm thankful that you came by. You crushed it as always. You killed it. And thanks for sharing with my listeners the secret sauce to what makes a good conference, because you just crush it when you do it right.
Dex, I am so happy to be here. I'm honored. Thank you. This has been so much fun.
And let's not wait till the next conference to hang out. I got to wrap up here, got to do a couple emails, read out some Twitter, get back to my listeners a bit. Let's hook up and have a drink later on this afternoon.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a bar in my hotel.
I know the hotel because we put you up.
So come find me.
Okay, great. Okay, everybody, time to read a few tweets and Instagram messages, but to be honest, I really don't want to keep Heather Hamilton waiting. She really wants to grab that drink. Don't want to be rude here, so instead, I'm just going to give a quick shout-out to some of the folks who have chucked me some 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. Big love goes out to Cambridge197, John Berkovich, G Has No Money, Megan KP, William Visual, Pixie Queen, and to Huddy Budge EUDBEU. That's tough. But Hudgy Budgy BU says that this podcast helped them turn their potential up to 11. Well, you are welcome, Hudgy Budgy IUDBEIU. Okay. Great show. Hope you had a good one. For now, until next week, D Guff out. Tammy, grab me a clean shirt. Make sure you spray it with some CK2.